Hi Maker, I'm Angel with fleecefun.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this fabulous Hedge Witch Hat. Now this I think is my third witch hat pattern that I've made for you guys, and I love it because it's kind of a happy medium. I have my little mini no-sew witch hats, and I have this hat which I love but is a little complicated, and this is a lot more simple to make. For this project you will need the following. You'll need 1 yard of felt in the color you desire. Now I do recommend that you use felt with a little wool in it. It's just nicer, it looks nicer, and it breathes, and it's more comfortable to wear. But if you have to use acrylic, that's totally fine too. It'll work, but I recommend something with a little wool in it just because it's a little nicer. 0.75 yards of light iron-on interfacing, 18 inches of 10 gauge jewelry wire or thick pipe cleaner, sewing essentials, sewing machine, pins, needles, that sort of thing, plastic shopping bags or batting, and of course the Hedge Witch Hat pattern available on Fleece Fun. Alright, now that you have all those items, let's get started. Step 1. Assemble and cut out the pattern. Gather your materials, print up the pattern, and tape it together. You can find instructions on how to do that on Fleece Fun. Place the brim pattern on the fold on double fabric and cut it out. Quick tip. Try to cut as smoothly as possible since the edge won't be finished. Using a rotary blade to cut out the pattern can give you a cleaner cut. When it's unfolded, this is what it should look like. Set the brim aside. Next, cut out the cone. We only need one, so no need to double the fabric. Just make sure to unfold it. Now, cut down the cone pattern to the inside lines. This will give you the size for the interfacing. Now, I really do recommend interfacing for the cone. It'll give it a really nice structure. And if you skip the interfacing, it might not look as nice as mine. So take the extra step, put in the interfacing. Cut out one of the fusible interfacing. Now that you have the brim, cone, and interfacing cut out, we can start assembling the Hedge Witch Hat. Hey Maker, it's a lot of work to develop a pattern and film the pattern and edit the video for the pattern. I would really appreciate it if you just took a second and give my video a little thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Step 2. Assemble the cone to the witch hat. Now it's time to make the cone a part of the hat. Iron on the interfacing onto the cone. Make sure it's ironed on, especially along the outside edges. Now it's time to sew the cone for the Hedge Witch Hat together. With the right sides together, fold the cone in half so the long sides are touching, the long edges are touching. Sew together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Alright, now we're going to make a channel for the wire to go through that's going to help give the hat structure. Okay, so this video is actually sponsored by myself. I am tired of writing for the algorithm. I am tired of AI scraping my content. And so it's gotten to the point where I want to write for people, not machines. And that is why I have the Maker Studio. The Maker Studio is now where I'm putting all my energy. That is where all my fresh content is, and exclusive patterns, as well as fun treats. And you can also learn new skills in that, courtesy of the Dangerous Woman Sew Society. All kinds of amazing things are going on in the Maker Studio, and I would love for you to join me there. For the price of a single pattern, you can have access to everything that I have to offer for a month. Come check it out, and maybe even make a few new sewing friends along the way. Step 3. Add the wire to the cute witch hat. Now that the cone is sewn, we need to make a channel for the wire to give that DIY witch hat its cute shape. To make the channel for the wire, we'll use the seam allowance on the cone we just sewed. Starting about 2 to 3 inches from the bottom, take one side of the seam allowance and hand sew the seam down, leaving space for the wire. It doesn't need to be fancy. You can do a basic running stitch, a whip stitch, or I chose to do a blanket stitch. Because it's a cone, hand stitching is easiest. Stitch up through the cone, making sure it's just on one side. Catch a little of the side seam, wrap the thread around the needle, and pull through. Repeat until you're 1 to 2 inches from the top and tie off. Cut your wire to the length of the cone and make sure you have the excess of 1 inch on each end. Thread the wire through the channel. Thread so the top and bottom have excess. Once it's threaded, fold over the top and bottom so it won't become unthreaded. Now to finish off the end of that wire, you can put a piece of felt or glue a piece of felt on the end if you're worried about it poking your head. Now that the wire is in place, it's time to turn the cone right side out. Turn right side out and use a capped pen to fully turn out the point. Step 4. Finishing the sewing of the witch hat. Now it's time to finish up the hat. Take the brim and pin it to the bottom of the cone. Sew on using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now that the brim's sewn, you can add a cute label to your hat. Step 5. Adding the finishing touches and shape to the Hedge Witch hat. All right, now that it's turned right side out, it's time to the fun part, and that's like giving the hat the look you want it to. And actually what I recommend, what's easiest to do is actually just stick yourself in front of a mirror and just kind of bend it and shape it how you want. Now, you're probably wondering what those grocery bags are for, those grocery bags. They're actually going to help give the top of the hat structure, so you're going to stuff them into the top of the hat. It's great because it's very lightweight, it helps really give it a nice structure, and it makes it easy to take out so you can smash the hat flat to store it. I like how it looked on its own, but of course you can add ribbon, flowers, fake spiders, or whatever you want to your witch hat. And that's it. You have this fabulous hat. It just looks great on. It's kind of got a mod look to it. I love it. One thing I do recommend is when you're cutting out the brim, especially, using a rotary cutter can give the edge a very nice clean look. Since we're not doing anything to finish off this edge, you might want to try using a rotary cutter because it'll just give that nice smooth line. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos just like this one. Now, if you like this hat pattern, I have several others on Fleece Fun that are great for costumes. I have some that I mentioned previously, like my mini witch hat pattern, no-sew, very easy to make. I also have this beautiful hat pattern back there, a little more complicated, but beautiful and designed to look fabulous on you. I also have a mini top hat pattern. I have all kinds of great costume patterns. Just be sure to check it out.